So this is the wrap-up for the live market open on Thursday, October 29th. We had lots of action thanks to the Fed. The Federal Reserve went hawkish. Went hawkish in four ways. It was not too excited about slowing employment, not too excited about slowing inflation. They see the long term as stable. More importantly, they removed the reference to recent and global financial developments. Not so worried about China, or at least not so worried about the Chinese stock market and the stock markets in general. And the most important hint, they talked about the next meeting about setting the rates. It's still data dependent. We have to see GDP today. We have to see two more NFPs. We'll have lots of Fed speak from now until the meeting in December. But in general, the markets expected the Fed to remove the chance of a rate hike in December, and they kept it firmly on the table. So we had lots of reactions over there. Let's quickly look at a few charts in the wrap. So we had euro dollar extend its falls, reaching around 109, even dipping a bit below this level. Currently stabilizing. Pound dollar a bit also dropped, but a bit more muted move because the Bank of England is expected to raise rates after the Fed. Dollar again, really waiting for the rate decision in Japan. So we had the dollar yen rise above 121 to 121.20, but a slide back. Dollar CAD, well, it fell a lot because of rising oil prices, and now it's rising back up. Good chance of moving higher, 132.80, 134.60, downside 132 and 131. Aussie dollar depressed by the Fed, by falling import prices, and by lower Chinese targets. Under 71, 70, 40, and 70 are support lines. 72 is resistance. Really strong support at 69.35. In New Zealand, we had the Reserve Bank of New Zealand not cut rates. That was probably a smart move after the Fed went hawkish, but they did hint of a rate cut next month, and they're worried about the exchange rate. 66.15 is the next support line. 67 is resistance. Dollar Swiss getting closer to parity. We began the show with that. 92.22 with the weaker euro against the dollar and the Swiss National Bank intervening. Parity in dollar Swiss is within reach. Next big event for today is the US GDP. Official expectations stand on 1.6%, but we can perhaps expect more because the Fed was hawkish. We also have components of the GDP and US jobless claims. And then we have a first reaction from the Fed on its decision yesterday from Dennis Lockhart, pending home sales. Japanese inflation figures, but this time it's less important because we have a rate decision in Japan. We had few news reports talking about that it will not be strange for the BOJ to act. I think there's a better chance than not that the Bank of Japan will act. And in this case, we could see dollar yen shooting higher and other yen crosses also reacting in the same manner. But it's a very close call. It's a big event because they have the semi-annual outlook. Elsewhere, we have today, of course, inflation we had from Spain disappointing, and we have from Germany, and it's all a warm-up for tomorrow's European inflation figures. All in all, we have lots of excitement in markets, quite a busy day. You can see here on the screen more events in New Zealand and Australia. Also, a few in the UK just after the show, but main event are US GDP and the rate decision in Japan. All in all, stronger dollar, but now some consolidation. Will it continue rising? It's an open question. 109.50 is resistance, immediate resistance in euro dollar, and it's very close now. And then 110 on the downside, 109 and 108.10, which is really, really strong support. So that's it.